Geek-Stew, and today, guys, this is just a little quick fun video that I wanted to make. I realized that I can screen record on the game that I play, so wanted to show you guys this. So basically, I don't play a whole lot of mobile games as a prerequisite to this conversation. Obviously, I don't play like a whole lot. I play this one and then maybe like one other one. But I've been playing this one for a little while, so I wanted to show you guys a little bit about this game. But it's called Mr. Autofire. Basically, Mr. Autofire is a platform type shooter, 2D side scroller type deal. Um, Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. But I'm gonna show you guys a couple things on here. This is my current character slash setup. Typically, there's a bunch of different characters, but some of these guys are like Battle Pass exclusive, which is this Battle Pass like gives you a bunch of different stuff here at the bottom. For instance, like this character, I think her name's Miasma. She's a Battle Pass exclusive, and then there's like other stuff you can get with Battle Pass, different items and keys and whatnot. So on this top part is the free battle pass. So the free battle pass, because we're in season 5, doesn't have as much stuff as the paid for battle pass, but obviously the paid for battle pass is going to be better because you have to pay for it. Now, I don't exactly remember how much it is, but basically the battle pass. Well, let's see. I can click. Okay, it's $7.99. I don't know if that's every month that you have to pay that, but I do know that is that's a little expensive if you ask me. But anyways, that's just my opinion. The game's overall good, but there's 9 worlds. You start in the Woodland Plains and then you play through. I'm currently on World 8, the Vile Temple, and then there's one more world after this, the Pirate Ship, and they usually come out with an update I would say every few months. And I know they recently added this one if I remember correctly. Now they also have elemental castles. Now you get these because they do have events, which I will show you real quick. So they do have events. Right now we're in the Valentine's event, the Jetpack Heart Run, and every weekend they have the weekend boss run. The weekend boss run has different difficulties. I can usually clear easy and medium pretty easily. When I get to hard though, I usually can get to room 6, but there's 12 rooms. Each room is a stronger and stronger boss. The Jetpack Heart Hunt is a Valentine's Day special where you kill enemies and the enemies drop hearts, and then the hearts that you pick up will put you on the leaderboard. Now I haven't been doing this for too long. I played it a couple times last night, but I'm in 27th right now with a score of 148. The higher the difficulty you play, the more hearts you get per kill of the monsters in the game. So that's pretty good. And then there are some other things. We have Metal Monday, Toxic Tuesday, Winter Wednesday, and Thermal Thursday. Now, as you can see, each of the characters that you can get are going to be better for each one. So, Metal Monday, you would use Mr. Autofire, the first one here. He's a metal character. This is I don't remember this guy's name, Dr. Toxic, and then Frostina, and then Blazia. Those are the 4 main folks, but they are, at least I consider them to be the main folks, because you can see here in the loot you can get a shard for each of those characters. So, but yeah, you can play each of these. These start on typically you'll start Metal Monday Sunday night, Toxic Tuesday Monday night, Winter Wednesday Tuesday night, Thermal Thursday Wednesday night. And then the weekend boss run starts on Thursday night. And then in this case, we also got the Jetpack Heart Hunt, which is just in addition because it's an event. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. The elemental castles are in relation to the events. So the Fire Castle, you can get keys from the Thermal Thursday, Ice Castle, the Winter Wednesday, the Poison Castles, Toxic Tuesday, and the Metal Castle from Metal Monday. Let's see. You can also do the Dark Castle, which is coming soon. So basically, this is just, I guess, common sense. What we believe to be happening is the Dark Castle will come into play when they introduce a dark attribute or element, and then they'll most likely have another event of some kind to where we can get keys for that. Now, I've not been able to play this because I haven't completed the campaign yet, because you have to clear the final world to get to the Endless Tower. But from what I can tell, the Endless Tower is just a Tower of Endless Play. There's like a whole, I think there's a whole deal with this. Like there's like a ranking system, like a leaderboard type deal, and you can get stuff from it. And I think it might be weekly or monthly, but I've never played it, so I really don't know for sure, and I've never really looked it up. But so yeah, so that's just a quick walk through the game. You do get a login bonus for when you log in during like events. So for this one is login bonuses from February 12th to the 15th, and then you get the this is just a outfit piece. The outfits really don't do much; they just make you look differently. But if you like player customization, that's pretty cool. So to the loadout, I have these two characters. They're about the same level. Dr. Toxic, obviously the people as you go down, they have better and better stuff. So Dr. Toxic comes with a skill of Venom Shots. It's a light poison attack. Your first character, Mr. Autofire, does not have that. Frostina has snowball bullets, and then so on and so forth. I'm actually really close to getting Frostina, so next time we have a Winter Wednesday, I'll probably grind that for a little bit to get get one more shard to unlock her, which also goes to the battle pass because we have tasks. We have daily tasks up here, and then season tasks. We'll get more season tasks in a couple days, and then we'll get more daily tasks in about 10 hours. But for instance, promote a hero once using hero medals, and once you unlock a hero, that promotes them to usually. So you'll get points for that. But basically, the loadouts, I tend to use Dr. Toxic for all of my runs on the campaign, just because he has a higher attack. He has a little bit less health than Mr. Autofire, but he has a higher attack, and he has that additional upgrade of the Venom Shots. Now it depends on what you prefer, but right now I'm using the normal blaster. It's legendary. I also have the auto handgun legendary. Now something you want to notice here is the attack and the description: medium damage, medium attack speed. But the attack on this one's almost 700, and the attack on this one is about 6. Now I'm really close to being able to upgrade the laser rifle, because the laser rifle truthfully is going to be your strongest. It is a low speed like attack weapon, but once I get it to a legendary, it'll probably be strong enough to where it'll be worth it again. But I just happen to get the necessary pieces to upgrade the other pistols, so I decided to run with these because there's no reason to not use them, because technically those are my strongest weapons. In addition to that, this is the upgrade screen. So this is like any game like this. These are like perk type deals. So for instance, this is something you unlock very early on, to where you start each run with a free perk. And we'll show you that in a minute. But then the rest of these are, this one's attack speed, attack just generally, weapon-based stats. This increases your weapon stats, the armor-based stats, obviously gear-based stats, just your general health, defense against melee, defense against ranged attacks, healing on level up, health kit effectiveness, and then coins earned during battle. I can actually upgrade, so I'll show you a little bit what's going on here. So you do that, and so that's not too bad. I've actually been getting pretty hurt by some ranged attacks in my current level on occasion, so you see that got bumped up. So I'm not going to spend any more money on that one right now, but pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Here's the shop as well. You can get some gems if you want to spend money on the game. These are summon gates. Summon gates will give you basically a chance at getting shards for different characters, and then these are free crates. So you can purchase these crates, but you get these free. So you get the gold crate, I think, every like 3 or 4 days, and then you get this one every 24 hours. So the metal crate obviously is a less gives you less, but obviously if you continue to farm them over time, it's going to be better. And the gold crate, it's obviously a one-time deal, so it's pretty nice as well. But so what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you guys just a little bit of gameplay. Like I said, I'm pretty high level, so these I can clear easily up through 6. I still sometimes have issues playing on Junk Planet, so I'll probably just play, one of my favorite ones that plays the space station, so I'll probably do that. But we'll show you that gameplay here in a sec. We can run away. You say you want to. Alright, so what happens is you're going to get in here and you're going to see they're going to give you some perks. So I'll kind of explain these as I go along, but I'll kind of give you guys an idea of what I typically go for. Now, obviously, as you play different levels, you're going to find different strategies, but for this one, I'm going to start with homing shots. You're probably going to say, why? because eventually homing shots is going to aid me if I can get spread shots and bouncy shots. So we'll kind of get into that in a minute. But this level, this isn't a typical level. This one is only true for 2 of the other levels. But these monsters are flying monsters. They shoot lasers and different things out of them. But these guys are pretty easy, especially since I have a high level weapon and just generally speaking, my character's high. You'll see that I bumped into that guy and I just got hit a little bit, but I don't take a whole lot of damage because this is a pretty early on level. Now for the perf for this one, this one's kind of difficult to choose from, but I'm probably going to go with Death Eyes, just because Death Eyes, it'll once you kill somebody, it'll provide them an explosion that then freezes the people around them. And I'm going to use Spread Shot, and I'll show you why. So Spread Shot, don't mind the ad here, but the Spread Shot, it's nice because when you combine it with the homing shot, you get a pretty nice deal. So you also get these are mystery crates. Basically what mystery crates are is that it's going to give you some sort of an upgrade, either an upgrade to your defense, an upgrade to your attack, your health, or if you're really, 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 really lucky, it'll give you an extra life. So I'm not going to spend it because it makes me watch an ad. But then this is the angel. Basically, this is just every few rooms they'll give you an angel, which is a chance to heal or give you an additional reward. I'm going to choose the health up because I don't really need to heal. So we're going to go here, and as you can see with the homing shots, these are a little more accurate, and so I can take these guys on a little bit easier. And you can see that I'm facing a lot of the similar monsters. Eventually, we'll see some different monsters coming through, but these are all pretty similar. But yeah, pretty easy for me, but you know how it goes. For this one, I'm going to do bouncy walls. So this is good because there are different ways you can run the game. So I typically like to run like there's a version of basically of the game where you can run different speed shots coupled with what's called chain shots. But for this one, I'm probably going to go with Death Zap because I really don't need life steal because it doesn't really help me at all. Because normally if I was like on a really hard level maybe, but since I know this level pretty well, it doesn't really bother me too much. But we're going to do bullet time, but bullet time basically slows the enemy's bullets. So this is the first boss room. And you can see that my bullets are bouncing around, and with bullet time I can easily dodge those that he shoots at me. But my bullets will bounce around, and they bounce around for a little bit, and then the homing shots brings them back in. So this one here, first and foremost, if you don't take multi-shot, you're not playing right. Multi-shot's a really good thing, especially if you're running a slower build, like if you're running the laser gun or something similar like that. But basically for me, it's going to be good because it's going to be just a little bit extra oomph. Because when you do multi-shot and you have the spread shot also gets the extra shot. So you're basically just demolishing. Because look, I'm just tearing through these guys. Like I can't even tell you who I'm facing right now because how quickly I'm tearing through them. So now we're going to do chain shots because chain shots is now going to give it an extra advantage of basically not only is it going to bounce off walls, it's also going to bounce enemy to enemy. And so these guys will shoot they'll shoot normal bullets, and then these guys will shoot missiles. They're not homing missiles or anything, so you just jump over them. Those are triple shots. I think these guys are homing missiles, maybe. No, they're not. Okay. But see, I'm able to tear through them pretty quickly. So now we're going to go do another spread shot because, why not? This is another boss. Honestly, if you are playing this for the first time through, you're going to want to get this boss first because I feel like the other boss is easier to dodge. But so for this one, I'm going to do Hoarder because you can read the descriptions here if you want to pause, but I'm going to do Hoarder. It's going to give me some more coins. And typically that's what you got to do is you got to get some coins so you can continue to upgrade things. But you can see that my advantage is going to be the fact that I'm able to use the bounce shots and I'm able to pretty accurately and pretty easily kill these guys. So, and I'm not really too worried about taking so much damage because normally if I was running a hard level or a level that I've never beaten before, I'm gonna have to worry about it. So. These are just some other things here. So normally I would probably take Fast Learner if I was if it were earlier in the game, and if I didn't have bounce shots, chain shots, and then in addition to everything else, I would probably take piercing shots. But what I'm going to do is the dividing shots. So the dividing shots is actually I think the word for this is like what is it, a rare perk or something like that. But basically, it's an advance on the chain shots. So your shots divide into 2 more when they hit the enemy. So it's actually pretty legit. So I'll show you that here. So also, each of these levels come with typically come with some sort of treasure. So you just go under here, and then boom, you found a hidden treasure. Now I'm not going to open it, but typically you can get different things, money, diamonds. As I mentioned, diamonds are pretty important. That's how you can buy revives or whatever else. But yeah, but you can use the treasure for pretty much anything. It'll give you pieces to equipment, and basically pretty much anything. So as you can see, I'm just tearing through these guys. Obviously, I know that I'm a little higher level. I probably could have just equipped a lower attack weapon, because I do have different lower attack weapons that I could probably use, but it's all good. So for this one, I'm probably going to go with vertical shots, because it's going to shoot additional bullets up and below, and that's going to just bounce off the walls. And with my homing ability, that's going to um, pretty much be unbeatable. So this is the final boss. So what he's going to do is he's going to do one of two attacks. He's going to do one of these spiral attacks, and they can go up or down. He also shoots these little balls that bounce off the walls, which sounds funny, but it's not. So yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. That's one of my favorite levels to play. Um, but just for shits and kicks, I'll show you the level that I'm on right now. I'm going to use the same build that I was using. So for this one, we're going to go with homing shots. I probably could have used the piercing, but you got to have a little bit of foresight. So this one's a little more difficult. You'll see that I'm going to immediately start having issues with these guys, because these guys are a little unpredictable. They pretty much will just jump and they'll change directions. I mean, they're pretty unpredictable. So it's kind of hard to dodge them sometimes, but you just got to dodge. And you see this little glowing brick right here? That's like an instant death for anything on screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the fourth wave, because you can see at the bottom that I'm on wave 3 of 4 here, and I just got a little damage. So once they get on, boom, instant death. Now, you'll see those throughout this game, so it's probably good to try and use them. So these are my three options. So normally I would take safety bubble, but I need to have good attack, so I'm going to use bouncy walls, and then I'm going to use double barrel. Double barrel is going to give me a second shot, and then here's our lovely angel, going to give me a max health up, and then we're going to hope and pray that this one doesn't go too bad. These little green snaky guys that fly, they're pretty easy to kill. You just have to watch for them, but especially when they're coupled with one of these guys that are shooting these blasts at you, um, they can be pretty difficult. But basically, your best strategy for this is going to be, if you see the glowing yellow block, try and get yourself in an accessible position to the glowing yellow block, so that way you can punch it like you're playing Mario, because you're on the final wave now. Boom, they're all gone. It's mostly about surviving. But now we're going to use chain shots, because that's just logic here. And then out of these, I'm going to do treasure hunter. This is going to increase your gem drops, which is useful. And then I'm going to do fire shots, because I already deal some poison damage, so it's not a bad idea to stack that with some fire damage. So we're going to go in here. So there are two bosses that I've seen so far. It's this guy, and then there is another boss that is two guys who shoot lasers. You probably want to get the two guys who shoot lasers, because this guy's pretty easy to dodge realistically. But yeah, so this guy's pretty easy to dodge. The other guys aren't, because their lasers rebound off of you, or off the walls. So you're basically having to dodge their lasers in addition to dodging them, because you can obviously take damage from bumping into them, unless you have there's like I can't remember what the perk is. I think it's called Titan, but I don't think you even unlock that until level 9, so, or the next level after me. You also have to watch out for these little, like, I call these guys spider crabs, because they shoot out webs that stun you, and then but they look like crabs. I don't know. But you can see that I'm just slowly wearing him down, and he drops little minions, and the minions are pretty easy to take down. They're similar to those white guys in the first level. They're annoying and they're unpredictable, but typically if you have the right perk set, you can pretty easily knock them down, and you won't have to worry about it. Just make sure you don't hit the stun, because if you hit one of those little webs, it's gonna stun you, and then it'll piss you off if you get stunned and one of those guys just come up from behind you and just deal you some bump damage. And There is special perks that you can get eventually. I don't typically get them unless it's my only option, but that'll help prevent or lessen damage when bumping into enemies. But that is what it is. So at this juncture, I'm going to take Safety Bubble because it's going to give me basically invincibility occasionally, and you're going to need that. So these guys are going to shoot out basically a shotgun blast of fire. Now, it's one of those situations where you're having to dodge the snake guys and the shotgun blast, so it's probably best to try and take out the shotgun blast first. But as you can tell, I'm not having a really great time doing that because these green guys like to really mess with you. So really, you just got to make sure that you just got to try and not take any damage. That's obviously the number one, especially with everything. That's why I have got the safety bubble, because the safety bubble is going to prevent me from taking some damage, but it's not going to prevent me from taking all damage. But it's just going to be my luckiness here. Okay, so we're on final wave. Just need to try and survive. Take these guys on. Try and use the blocks in front of them for cover, and there you go. So that could have gone better. I took a lot of damage, so I'm not really happy about that, but I'm going to take piercing shots just because piercing plus chain is actually not a bad combination. Basically, it'll allow you to pierce through enemies, and then it'll also provide you a chain, so that's pretty nice. So like here, you got the mystery crate. I'm not going to do it. Usually I would, but I'm not going to do it today. And I'm going to take the small attack up, and there is actually a special box, like a mystery box. You have to jump through this hole and jump up. You would need springs, or there's a ninja ability that allows you to cling the wall, so you would jump up and be able to cling and then jump again, or triple jump. But you can't do it off of a normal double jump. And this is a merchant. He'll let you buy stuff with gems or money, depending on what it is, but I don't need either of those right now. You can also reach that secret by jumping up that way, but you would definitely, either way, you have to have springs, triple jump, or the ninja ability to cling to the walls. But so this one, I sometimes get stuck on this one because the way the terrain is set up here, it's hard for me to get to the yellow brick. And sometimes I have to hit the brick prematurely because I'm getting swarmed. But just kind of depends on what's going on. I'm going to brief pause here, show you what's going on. Also, this is an interesting thing because you can see the pause screen here. So look at that for just a second. Sorry about that little break there, but basically this is cool too because you can actually see all of your perks and it'll explain all of them. So let's say you selected something, you're not really sure what it is, you can pause and see everything. Also, this is the home button. Typically, it'll save your run, and I don't know about that, so don't quote me on that. And this will turn on SFX and music because there is music, but I don't have it playing because obviously it's a little loud and there's not really a way to adjust the actual quality. So yeah, so we're gonna play back here, and it'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then you're back into it. And I'm definitely gonna die here. Yeah, so I died. So we're gonna do the lucky chance because when you die, you do typically get the opportunity to use gems in order to revive yourself, or you can use lucky chance. If you get lucky chance, all you have to do is play yourself a little ad here, and then boom, I get revived. Now, typically, you want to try and wait to use your lucky chance until you're like in the final boss, just because. But I'm gonna use Band-Aid. Basically, Band-Aid will heal a small amount after clearing a room, especially in the latter levels, because the levels get progressively harder. As you can tell in the beginning, I was able to. So this is the second boss. This is the one I was telling you guys about a minute ago. The shots rebound, but there's two of them, and they can fire shots differently. So they do either the spread shot or they do like the single file shot. But basically, the reason I said you want to get these guys early on is because they're not like incredibly powerful, but there's two of them, and the shots are sometimes hard to hard to dodge because you're having to dodge not only both of their shot streams, but you're also having to dodge them because you can take contact damage from them. And like I said, you're having to dodge all of these, which sometimes I get lucky, sometimes I can dodge all of them, but sometimes I can't. And they also rebound. So let's say you dodge it on the first go through, it might come back up to bite you in the ass like that. So I got quite a bit of stuff. I got an outfit piece for blaster for it to look like wood. Also, if you're playing in the most recent level of the game, so this is just a little fun fact. So for instance, I'm on level 8. If you're playing the level that you're like the most hardest level that you have, you get a 50% coin drop. So that means that if you play that level and you farm it and you're able to get pretty far, it'll give you more stuff. So we're going to go here to outfits. I forgot to show this earlier, but you can get different outfits for them to look differently. Buttons, you have to, I'm not really sure how you get buttons. Anyways, but I can unlock this skin here, which is cool, I guess. I'll use it just for shits and kicks. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we're looking at here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go over a couple more things about the game that I like and some things that I dislike. But that was just kind of a little bit of a show of what the game is. I played an early level and a later level and kind of showed you guys some things. But next we're just going to talk about some things that I don't necessarily like or do like about the game. And we're back from our little brief intermission there. So basically, guys, I love the game. It's a lot of fun. I play it just for shits and kicks. I don't spend any money on games, especially on the phone. I'm not one of those folks that do that because it's not really something that I care for. No offense to people who do, but I just can't see myself spending any amount of money for gems. It's just not something I really care to do. But it is what it is. People who like to do that, that's fine. But just know that if you do want to pay, if you like to pay to play, this isn't a bad game to play, really. So, and what I mean by that is there's a very distinct advantage to people who have the battle pass, and here's why. If you have the battle pass, you're going to most likely have what I would consider to be a inherent advantage over people who do not. So if you look at the battle pass here, the free pass you get, once you get so many of these, they're called season points, and you get season points from completing daily and season tasks. So pretty straightforward. So you have the season points, and the season points move you up this meter. But let's say if you have the battle pass, right off the bat, you get a $5,000 or 5,000 coin, just boom, for just having the battle pass. And then you get more stuff. I mean, more frequent stuff, and you get the stuff on top as well as below, if I remember correctly. But for instance, at one point, you start getting perks like 5% more coins in battle, 2% damage increase, 2% attack speed increase, and then you move up a little bit, 10% coin increase, 4% attack increase, 4% attack speed increase, and not only that, but you're getting 15%, 6%, 6%, and then you're getting 10,000 coins, and then you're getting exclusive characters that you can't get unless you're getting the battle pass during the season. So here's what I'll say. It's a good game, but there is an inherent advantage for folks who do use the battle pass. Because for instance, if you look at the leaderboard, if you go up here to the top, you see that if you get rank 1, you get some good stuff. So this is you get, I don't know what this is. I think it's a token, maybe a summon key. You get 100 gems and then 5,000 coins, right? And obviously, if you get less, I mean, that's not to say that it's worse or better, but I mean you're getting less as you go down. So if you have Battle Pass and you have these exclusive characters, and also previous Battle Passes have exclusive weapons as well. So let's say you have the Battle Pass and you have been doing it for a while, and you can have exclusive heroes, and inherently the heroes that you get during Battle Pass are better. So for instance, if you look at Miasma, she has an absorb skill. Your maximum health is increased with every kill. Okay, so that is a ridiculous perk. Like, I mean, it's a good perk. Don't get me wrong, but the people you can get normally, they don't have nearly that good of a perk. So this one, you do more damage, less health than enemy has. Okay, that's great. Snowball bullets, your shots grow in damage and size as they travel. This guy, freeze shot, deep freeze enemies, stress shot, fire faster, the less health you have. This guy, enemy bullets close to you slow down significantly. Fire wings, you shoot faster while jumping, and your hit enemies cause a devastating explosion every now and then. So basically, if you play the season pass, you're gonna get this character who has, I would say, probably the best perk that I've ever seen with a character, and it's only available in Battle Pass Season 5. Again, this is not a diss at the creators. I know that they have to make money, but I just feel like they definitely give a very distinct advantage to folks who are who pay for the game. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty high level. I like to think I am. I'm almost level 38, and I've been playing this game for a little while, I have some good stuff. I play for free, so I can't complain that much. But what I do complain about, at least what I want to complain about, is basically that there is a distinct advantage for paying for Battle Pass, and there is a distinct advantage during events like the Jetpack Heart Hunt, because you're basically giving people who have the Battle Pass all of these extra perks from playing the game, and then in addition to those extra perks, you can play the leader. You can basically be put on the leaderboard, and you're going to score pretty high. Now, this is not to say anything bad about any of the people on here. That's not what I'm saying at all. But there is a very distinct advantage because you're getting these significant increases. Because you can see where I am right now, and we still have 16 days left in the season, right? So if, let's say, I had the battle pass, I would have all of these increases to my attack, all of these increases to my coin drops, all of these increases to my attack speed, and I'm not even all the way through battle pass yet, or through the season pass, I should say. So if I had a battle pass, I would have a very distinct advantage over other people who don't have the battle pass, or maybe even over people who do have the battle pass, people who don't have strong enough equipment or legendary equipment or whatever the case may be. But that's enough ranting for me. I do like the game. It is a lot of fun. It has a lot of playability. Because as you can tell, I've only made it to level 8, and I'm still on level 8. I struggle because, truth be told, I'm going to need a very lucky run on level 8 to get to the final room. Because I've made it to room 10, as you can see here, progress 10 of 12. And once you clear a level, you get another thing here, and it's actually like a pretty legit it's like I would call it like a super gold crate, because typically I always seem to get something really cool out of the gold crate when I finish a level. So, but then after I defeat the pirate ship, then I can go to Endless Tower, and Endless Tower I've heard is a lot of fun. And then of course I can continue to farm the day to day events to get keys for these guys, because honestly the castles are where you're going to get a lot of your good stuff. But in order to get those keys, and I wish I could show you, but you have to play on hard difficulty. So for instance, when you play Metal Monday, you're going to have the same difficulties like all your other events. You're going to have easy, medium, hard, and nightmare. So you have to play on hard or nightmare to get event keys. Now typically on Metal Monday and Toxic Tuesday, I can damn near beat hard mode. I have a little bit of trouble beating the final boss sometimes, just because, I mean, it's the final boss on hard mode. But I can typically beat the final boss on hard mode on both of these, and the reason I can is because I have a pretty strong metal character and a pretty strong poison character. However, Winter Wednesday and Thermal Thursday, I don't quite have those characters yet. I'm very close because I'll show you again. I only need one more shard to unlock her, and then I only need 2 more shards to unlock her. So once I unlock those 2 characters, I'll probably be in a much better position to actually beat the game, beat those levels, because then I can start leveling them up. Because truth be told, I have a lot of shards to like get her leveled up. Um, let's see. I wish I could show you, but it is what it is. Or I can probably show you here. So I have 9 hero shards for her, and then 8 hero shards for her. But then I have 876 ice crystals, which help me level her up. And then I have 700 fire crystals to level her up. And then hero medals you can use to promote hero from level, blah, blah, blah. So that's what we're looking at. And so that's pretty cool. I mean, again, the game's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy to play. There's no real specific difficulty. The main difficulty is that you do have to sometimes farm early levels. I know that when I first started playing, I got stuck on the space station for a little while, and I had to farm Badlands and Woodland Plains a lot. But it didn't take me that long to clear a space station, because really the main issue with space station is you really just need to be able to dodge, because if you're not high level, you're gonna have to dodge a lot. You're gonna have to play the game, dodge a lot. And the rest of these levels are pretty cool as well. Obviously, Lava Planet's one of my favorites. Blocky Planetoid is pretty all right. I got stuck on that one for a while. Toth was actually, I was able to beat Toth relatively quickly. Supposed to be like an ice planet similar to Hoth from Star Wars. And Junk Planet, I was stuck on Junk Planet for the longest time. Like, I think that I was stuck on Junk Planet the longest. But honestly, what got me through Junk Planet was the fact that I happened to get a couple really lucky drops on the normal blaster. And what I realized, because I usually use the laser rifle, but what I realized is that sometimes you need to sacrifice a little bit of strength for speed, because sometimes speed can aid you in this. Junk Planet's not too bad, but I got stuck on that for a while, and now I'm stuck on Vile Temple. And then once I do that, I'll do it a pirate ship, which I've heard the pirate ship is equally as difficult. So we'll see how that goes. And one last thing that I will say is that all of your weapons and armor and stuff you can merge items. So, for instance, once I get two more common laser rifles or one more uncommon laser rifle, I can merge those with my rare laser rifles, and then I can then merge that with my other two epic laser rifles to get a legendary laser rifle, which then I will probably try and use to beat Vile Temple, because I'm willing to do whatever I need to do. But yeah, so this is pretty straightforward, pretty easy game. This is your message area. Last thing they did was an update a couple 9 days ago, and this is just the information about the new live event that's up. And then settings, so you can turn your graphic quality normal, high, English, whatever language you speak. They have a lot. Advanced settings, you can do all this different stuff. Left-handed controls if you're left-handed, all that good stuff. Change name if you want to. I just have mine as Ike. And then promo codes. They do occasionally do like promo type stuff, and that's pretty cool as well. For instance, like every now and then they'll come on and like do like, hey, if you claim this promo code, we'll give you a little bit of this or a little bit of that. Sometimes they have server issues, so if they have any issues, they'll like let you know, and they'll just be like, hey, here's some free stuff. Help center, take you to the website. We're not going to go there, obviously. Credits, which will bring up just this little guy. Privacy policy, take you to another website, so careful about that. And then terms of service, same deal. Don't mind my little back screen there. I have like all kinds of stuff on my home screen. But yeah, so pretty easy, pretty cool. Honestly, has a lot of replayability for a game, especially a free game. My only complaint is that there is sort of a unfair advantage to the folks that do have the battle pass. But again, I'm not going to complain about it. I've gotten pretty far without the battle pass, so I guess it's not impossible by any means. But yeah, so that's going to be it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed this, or if you want additional content like this, I'll probably just do these for fun. So I'll probably just throw these up like on the weekends, just for shits and kicks. But if you guys like this, let me know. If you didn't, let me know that as well. And as always, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and we will see you in the next one. See ya.